Woo. Welcome back to Blue Jay Bonsai. And it's nice to be back outside now that we have some consistent spring weather. And so today I'm going to be showing you my Chinese privet that I got at the workshop at Tropical Expressions with Nigel Saunders.
You warned me 1,000 times. Memories can kill ya, but I didn't hear ya. I thought that I could fly, but woke up on the asphalt. I swear there was the last time. I've always been naive.
First, we'll take a little look back at the workshop. I'll show you a couple of behind-the-scenes tidbits, and then we'll get back to working on the Chinese privet.
Hello, Jay. How are you?
Are you feeling like deja vu, like I am?
Oh, I'm excited about this workshop. We got awesome trees tonight.
Yeah, you're really excited about the privets, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. The elms. These rain trees are nice. They're nice and big.
Nice? Oh, they're just beautiful.
I'll be really happy to get to go to those workshops.
Yeah, and these won't be pruned till the workshop, so they're probably going to grow like crazy.
those Brazilian rain trees, yeah, they go really crazy.
When they start growing,
right?
they just explode.
Wow, so awesome.
Same with the Chinese elms. They'll just.
Oh, my Chinese elms, I have shoots like as long as my arm on them.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Wow.
like, I'm serious. Insane.
Well, 'tis the season for rapid growth.
Speaking of Chinese elms, look at the size of these. So I'm here with Mark, the owner of Tropical Expressions.
Hello.
Hi, Mark.
Yeah.
Well, it's so amazing that you teamed up with Nigel to do these workshops.
Yeah, we're so happy to have him here, and it's a quite celebrity, and we're learning ourselves from him. So it's definitely beneficial for my staff and for his customers as well.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Mark. And I know I just said it, but I have to say it again. I've never met a portulacaria that I don't like. So we think, Nigel, do one of these, do them in a workshop maybe? Not the next 1, 2, 3 or 4 workshops from now,
I think
maybe?
it'd be fantastic to do a workshop with them. We're doing a forest workshop coming up too.
Okay.
And maybe junipers, maybe these, maybe chifleras, who knows. Here is the Chinese Privet workshop. The trees. Let's have one final look at all the trees. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, they turned out really nice.
So as you can see, at one point, this privet had been chopped, big chop right here. And then from this one branch that grew out the side, it's been given a bit of a twist and some shape. Now, different people at the workshop chose different looks for their Chinese privet. A little bit of a semi-cascade or cascade style. Could be an option. I'm just not quite sure with this loop-de-loop. You can also try and position it maybe back and on an angle. What I'm thinking is, since I saw so many other similar techniques, I'm going to try and do something a little different with mine. And I'm actually going to do an air layer. Probably right around here, just above this. There's a bit of an indentation right here. Looks like where it was tied to a stake to produce this curve. So we're going to air layer just above here. Let's see how it goes. That'll give us one little tree up here in the future, and this big mama stump down here, which will have many possibilities. Keep it as a little sumo shohin. There's a lot of these shoots coming up, And we can turn those into branches in the future, do all kinds of crazy things if necessary. So what I think we'll do first is just do a little bit of a overall pruning, just sort of take back the branches. Just a little bit of a hedge cut, really, not too selective, just so we can get a little bit cleaner view. And then we can get in, start on our air layer, and go from there. So we're not being too selective, really, just taking everything back initially. This will definitely all get retrimmed. And even these long shoots down here on the bottom, I didn't really want to take them off too much in case I want to use them in future for any type of thread graft or approach graft or something, but I think a little bit of a trim won't hurt for now. So I'll just continue my cleanup and I'll show you the results in just a sec. As you can maybe see, going back to either the first or second set of leaves, and I am leaving some room for dieback. So I think for our quick prune, that's going to be about it. Sort of took everything back, got rid of those really long straggly ones. Overall, just opened it up just a little bit more. Like I said, this is far from the final future of this tree. So as I was saying, I'd like to do the air layer roughly here. I'd like to definitely avoid this indentation, and we'll start our new tree roughly here. So we're gonna get out a knife and expose all the bark here. So I couldn't find my my regular preferred knife. I do have this little blue one, so that's one good thing about it, the color. So let's give this a try and see how it goes. So first we're going to start by just making a ring right around the top. Scoring a circle all the way around. That's going to be our top. At the bottom, score another circle. Start exposing. Like I said, this is not my preferred knife. It's not quite as strong or capable as a regular one. Now, one thing you want to make sure is you definitely do get a nice deep score here at the top, because that is actually the area where the roots will grow out. So I think that is pretty good. Our final mark, final line, and we've definitely left enough here, about the thickness of the trunk down. That's to prevent the bark from the tree from just healing up and growing together. And I think what I'm going to do a little bit different is I'm also going to use a bit of the tourniquet method and tighten some wire right around here in the groove. And my friend Bonsai Science just did this recently on one of her videos, so I'm going to give that a try as well. We're going to take this piece of wire and just regular old pliers that I use. Who says you need fancy ones? And we're going to wrap that around right up in the groove. Stella's going to get her groove back. Give it a couple of twists, just by hand. There you go. I think that's it. Just going to trim it a little more. Nope. That can get pushed down out of the way. So, that's that. Next, we're going to get some of our stem root number 3, our rooting hormone powder. And I know it's going to work because it says right there on the label. It says Privet. So I just like to get a little bit of the powder, oops, in my bowl. So I'm not contaminating the main source. At least that's what Tom says to do. Thank you, Tom. You're always full of wisdom. Now we're going to take that powder. I'm going to dust it all over the exposed area. Oops, maybe too much. Trying to focus it right at the bark, where the bark was ringed. Okay, I think that's plenty. And then any excess, I think I'll put right into the sphagnum moss. I do have a bunch of sphagnum moss that I got out and soaked earlier. Just going to go ahead, sprinkle that in. So actually I'm going to do next is I'm going to use a cup. So I'm going to use this, cut a hole in it, and it's going to sit right up here. And then we'll stuff all the moss inside around. Then I'll wrap it up with some plastic. Just going to use some regular scissors. Cut a slit. Yep. On the bottom. Do need to make a little circle. Let's see how it fits. Cup all the way around. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Just have a big roll of tape. Seal up the side. So that's good to get us started. And then once I have all the moss in there, I can seal it up a little better. So I do have a piece of moist paper towel, and I am going to use this in the bottom since there are some drainage holes. So that's going to sort of act like a drainage screen. Now, I do need to get my gloves back on. Whenever working with sphagnum moss, it is important when it's dry to wear a mask, and even when it's wet, you should be wearing protective gloves, as there is some type of bacteria. It is extremely rare, but hey, I got tons of these gloves kicking around anyways since the pandemic. Also for painting, working on cars, so might as well use it. So take our moss, just mixed up a little bit of the powder in there. I'm going to start stuffing it in the crack. Get it nicely packed in there. Make sure you get it all the way around, front and back, top to bottom. Try not to leave any pockets of air, just like with your soil. Just packed. A little more on the back. Nice. And, oops, I think that's it. I think we got it all. Okay, so next we're going to take some of my wife's cling wrap. also known as saran wrap, plastic wrap, you name it. I'm just gonna do my best here to wrap this up like a sandwich I didn't finish eating. Ah heck, who am I kidding? I always finish my sandwiches. Like I have to tell you that. Okay. This one around the top, which is possible. Put a last piece of tape around all that. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. It does allow me to check it, to water a little bit if I wanted, if I think it's not getting moist. I'm actually going to use Mr. Elephant, I think, for this type of watering. You can get a little more and just pour it in there. Nice. And no Blue Jay bonsai video would be complete without the Carnage cam. Carnage, pretty light. It's not too bad at all. And I actually have a couple of these cuttings going already. I might grab a few more of the larger ones and add them to the pile. So there we have our air layer. I'll be checking on it every few weeks. I'll be checking on it at least once a week for the moisture, keeping it moist just in case. And as I mentioned, I think eventually we're going to have a nice little tree from up here. And with this big old stump down here, I can have another second tree. And I'm not going to play this lower half or the root, repot or look at the roots or anything yet. That'll be a nice surprise when we finally chop off the top. So everyone, keep your fingers crossed, and hopefully this one's going to work. We'll see how it goes. So a couple of weeks ago, Stefano sent me this all the way from the UK. That's right, Stefano with the amazing Pyracantha or Firethorn. So what he actually sent is a bunch of seeds. So I've actually already planted a couple of packs of the seeds. This is just one of them. And you may have seen I've given a couple of these packs to Nigel already, and the rest I'm going to share. I'm going to see Connor, I think, next week, and maybe Wayne or someone else who wants them. Stefano had this amazing mug made for me with my logo, the channel. Just love it, Stefano. Thank you so much. And on this side, it's the classic Bonsai saying. And, as you may see, it's a bunch of chocolates in here, some Swiss chocolate. Now, this may, I say may, have been completely filled with chocolate at one point, and someone may, I mean may have eaten the rest already. I'm not going to name names, but that may be just what has happened here. So if you want, let's just take a look. So we do have the seeds here, and this is a mix of bonsai soil with turfus fines and cocoa coir. So I do have a bunch of cocoa coir that I've started other seeds in, like my kumquats and that has worked. But this is actually a mix of bonsai soil with the cocoa coir. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just double checking. I don't see any seeds popping up. And, just for interest's sake, I'm going to show you what the Pyracantha seeds look like. So hopefully you can see that. So they're very tiny. Really tiny. So we'll see how those grow. I'm not going to waste those. I'm going to put them in another package. Don't you worry. And now it's time for Subscribers Picks. If you'd like to see your photos of your trees, bonsai or pre-bonsai on the channel, then send us an email with your name, the name and species of your tree, and any other interesting information. Abbas is excited about spring and sent us these pictures of his maple, and his azalea. I think Nigel's recent boxwood forest video has inspired a lot of people, like Aaron, who sent us these pics of this boxwood that he just potted up and styled. Great job, Aaron. Thomas sent us these pics of this lemon thyme bonsai that he just started. Did you realize it was a little mame? So cute. Another boxwood. This one's from Christian. This little boxwood was started from nursery stock about a year ago. Looks like Christian's a fan of Lego and the Marvel movie Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.